Republicans cracking down on terror across the board. The White House reportedly preparing an executive order on political violence.
Also, the House set to vote tomorrow on a resolution honoring Charlie Kirk and denouncing political violence. Let's bring in Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell on all of this. Gianno, it's great to see you. President Trump's had enough with this political violence. He's had enough with Antifa. We've seen Antifa wreak havoc across the country. We saw the Antifa-linked language, as we mentioned, on this Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin's bullet casing. Bella Ciao, as well as Hey Catch, or Fascist Catch. So now he's putting Antifa on notice. What impact do you think this will have?
Well, first and foremost, I agree with President Trump. It is absolutely something that should have been done a long time ago. We have seen political violence in our country pushed by one side, not both, the left, routinely, whether it be Maxine Waters or many others that have wished harm upon those who happen to be conservative or who have voted for Donald Trump. Yes, political violence is a sincere and real issue. We saw that last week when our friend Charlie Kirk was slaughtered on camera. And it's the unfortunate reality having to deal with what has become an environment where people are, in some cases, in fear to give their opinions now because they don't know if there's a threat or they can be under attack, especially for those of us that does this kind of work on a regular basis. Lisa, Brian, you all understand we as public figures have to be very cautious about places we go, even announcing where we are. But this is really a cautionary tale considering what we saw. And I'm thankful President Trump is taking this matter extraordinarily serious and certainly will be putting some policies in place on this particular issue.
Well, I want to stick with violence and crime, but go closer to home for you, Gianno. Someone might want to tell the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, that his crime-riddled city is only getting more dangerous by the day.
I get so sick and tired of people in this country and in this city that believes that the only thing that you can offer black people and poor people is jails, incarceration, and police officers. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities.
Is that so, Mayor? Just last week, at least 7 suspects were charged in a deadly crash and grab robbery at a Louis Vuitton downtown that left an innocent father dead just one day before the birth of his baby boy.
So who's responsible? Well, just ask the governor, J.B. Pritzker, who just days before the crash was seen alongside one of the suspects, a man wanted in 4 different states for prior crimes, at a so-called peacekeeper event meant to show that Chicago had crime under control. Gianno, I fear that this isn't going to be a one-off thing. This is going to be the pattern. Guys who don't want to support law enforcement bring in peacekeepers or whatever you want to call them who have no background in this. I mean, in some cases, they haven't even vetted these guys. And what they end up doing is making the city less safe because they're not serious about the kinds of people you need to keep a city safe. Gianno.
Yeah, 100%. And I would think that Pritzker's office is certainly fielding a lot of questions considering the fact that I think they've been a champion for criminals. If you listen to that clip with Brandon Johnson that you just played, and I heard it very clearly, this is an individual who is an apologist for the criminals, 100%. If you look at the city of Chicago right now, 75% of the murders do not get solved. Only 5% of the robberies get solved. And if you want to look at the numbers even more succinctly from 2017 to 2024, we saw over 5,200 people murdered in the city of Chicago. Those are war-torn country numbers. How dare Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker say they don't need President Trump's help? Because I can assure you, as a brother of a murder victim, they do.
You know, Gianno, I know that they haven't solved Christian's murder yet. Why are so many of these crimes not getting solved in Chicago? What's behind that?
Well, let's be clear about the numbers. When Brandon Johnson ran for mayor, crime was the #1 polled issue in Chicago. He got in office, and in his first year, he eliminated 800 police positions. Mind you, they needed thousands to handle the current workload. So they got police officers that don't have the resources. You have police officers that are completely overworked. You don't have the numbers. And then you have a mayor who continues to handcuff the police by putting policies forth, or rather continuing them, from Lori Lightfoot, no chase policies. They cannot pursue a suspect on foot or in car unless they call their supervisor. Therefore, the suspect has already gotten away. This is why the city and state is in shambles. And of course, you got to mention the elimination of cash bail.
Yeah, such a good point. Hey, I want to get your reaction to this as well, Gianno. Everyone's favorite congresswoman, and I put favorite in quotes, obviously, right there, Jasmine Crockett.
Favorite.
Regrettably, yeah, she left her house again, joining yet another podcast, very good at those, with another nonsensical hot take. Listen to this.
I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of different reasons.
I guess you got to feel it in your heart, Gianno, to be a criminal. It's not about committing a crime.
Is there a heart test in court?
Yeah, no kidding.
That
I
was
think
a genius
actually,
take.
Yeah, I think it's actually representative of the lack of logic that underpins a lot of this defund, peacekeeper stuff that we're seeing right now.
What you got to understand about Jasmine Crockett is she's performing. She's an artist. She's performing for the Shade Room so she can go viral there. She's performing for BET and many of these other platforms. She's not a serious elected official. And if she was, she would be willing to work with Republicans on issues that impact the community in which she says she represents wholeheartedly, but she doesn't. So that's what we're going to see. Just like members of the squad, AOC and the like, they do it as actors. They are not serious politicians who are looking to get the people's work done.
Well, man, if she's acting, somebody better write a different script because that one makes absolutely no sense.
But she's getting the clicks and the views.
None at all.
Gianno's
I
point,
guess she
so.
is. Gianno, great stuff.
Gianno, you're the best. Good to see you, Gianno.
Great to
Take
be
care.
with you, my friends. See you soon.